afternoon, and konbanwa, wherever you are in the world. I am the idol to give you the wings to fly. Rita Kamishiro at your service, and welcome to RKNGL Radio, where you can rest and relax and have a nice cozy time with me, the Archangels we have here today, and of course our wonderful guest today. Woohoo! Welcome in, welcome in. For those who do not know who the lovely Lana Shikami is, she is the sun goddess of PRISM Project's Generation 5, and Lana is our resident chaotic ASMR artist, I believe, of PRISM.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? ASMR artist?
Yeah. It's an ASMR artist. Yeah, I love chaotic ASMR.
So that's ASMR, role play, and of course just chatting, you know, are some of your staples over on your channel, along with, of course, with some other fun game playthroughs on your channel. You've been playing, what is it, Dinkum? What is that? What is?
Oh, yeah, I've been playing lots of Dinkum. I've been playing lots of platformer games because I'm obsessed with those.
Right. You've been playing Crash, some Crash, Banjo-Kazooie.
Some Crash, yeah. Never finished Banjo-Kazooie and probably never will.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm happy to watch people mold and seethe about it, so that's okay.
That's part of the fun, right? But
yeah.
Yes. Oh gosh. Overall, really, she's just here to bring some sun into your life with her very motherly energy. And if you want to get to know Lana and her momanigans more, of course, stick around, watch the entire episode. But be sure to hang out with her in the sunbeams over on her YouTube channel and Twitter. But without further ado, Lana, would you like to take over the reins and introduce yourself a little bit more?
Oh my gosh. I really should prepare like a little monologue. I know that everyone else in PRISM has like a little thing. And I'm like, I really should think of one. And then every time I sit down to think of one, I'm like, oh, I'm distracted. I'm going to go play Stardew now. All right, cool.
Do you want to know how I
Oh
came
my
up with
God.
mine? I was watching like K-pop stages. And
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite, you know, my favorite group, Twice, they have the one-liner where it's like, 1 in a million, hi, we are Twice. And I was like, wait, I need one. So
I love Twice as well.
Sat down,
I'm so glad it's not just me.
Who's your bias?
Oh my God. It changes a lot.
Okay, sure, understandable.
I would like to say Jihyo.
Jihyo, you're so real for that.
What's her face? She's the center. I'm pretty sure she's the leader. She had a single. It was called Pop. Yeah, love her. Her facials are so cute. I can't.
Cute.
And her belting is so good.
True.
And I'm just like, oh my God, so cute. Smudge belt. Wow.
You
love
give
her.
me a lot of Jihyo vibes.
Yeah, that's me. I come out, I belt a line, I walk back.
But with the sassy, like, I got this energy.
I try my best, you know. Have you ever seen there's like a short that's going around of like Twice girls dancing at different energy levels, and Momo's supposed to be at like 10, and then Jihyo comes through and she's like giving it.
Oh, absolutely.
And then Momo's like, what is going on? It's really funny.
And she's like
trying
to
like,
you know, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're trying to match each other and it just goes out of control. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. No, I there's also this one gif where it's like it's Momo and Nayeon, and Momo's just sitting there like staring into the void, and Nayeon's like moving it like it's super crazy. And my favorite gif of Twice. But happy to know we have another once in PRISM Project. But
absolutely.
For those who don't know who you are, which if you don't, links in my description to go find her channel. What is Lana in a nutshell? You want to let us know?
Oh my gosh.
You know,
yeah.
one word or one sentence? Go ahead.
Oh my God. So hey everybody, I'm Lana Shikami, sun goddess of PRISM Project Generation 5. And I guess if I had to use one sentence to describe myself, I would just say chaotic comfort is what my channel is bringing. It's very relaxing. It's very comforting. A lot of people tell me, Lana, I don't know how this happened, but I just watched an hour and a half of you doing that and I can't look away. But I'm strangely relaxed and thoroughly entertained. So yeah, chaotically comforting is kind of my whole vibe. Chaotic comfy.
We're gonna have such a fun time here, Lana. We are two peas in a pod. We are chaotic, comfy, motherly versus chaotic, comfy, older sisterly. So
Oh my
we
god.
are
I was gonna say, is that a
peas in
nice way of saying
pod.
old? Old lady?
No.
Chaotic, comfy old
Well,
lady.
first of all, you are not old.
I'm
How old
very
are you?
old. I'm like 29. I'm
You are
gonna be
not
30
old.
soon.
And first of all, that was my first of all point. Second of all, being old is not a bad thing.
It's true. It's
I
true.
think I look at you and I'm like, wow, I want to be just like Lana when I get older.
Oh no.
Why? Oh no!
Be
You're
careful
so
what you wish
cool.
for.
Okay.
A lot of back issues going
maybe
on,
I'll
you
reel
know?
it back a little bit, but you're so cool. You're so nice, and you're very
Aw.
like. This is not meant to be a pun, but you're very warm. I think you're very easy to be around. So I was like, I
Oh
wanna
my
be like
god. Are you sure that's not a pun? I have a place where I put people who make puns, so.
That wasn't supposed to be a pun on purpose. That was an accident. I promise. Accidental pun. I promise. Don't exile me.
Oh my god. It's fine. I'll keep you out of the pungent for now, and only because it's full.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh god.
Too many sunbeams in there. There's not enough room, and I haven't cleaned it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thank goodness. Oh, I got off there real easily. My goodness. But today we got a lot of, voice-related content we're going to talk about, as well as some of your favorite kinds of games today. Isn't that right? Goodness.
Yeah.
And
I do love me some games.
No, I feel you right there. So why, why should the audience be excited for today's Archangel Radio to get to know you?
Oh, I mean, I guess we're going to be talking about stuff that I don't talk about a lot. So you're going to be getting the exclusive here on Archangel Radio. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I've got a lot of interests, very specialized interests. But that comes with ADHD, so it comes with the territory.
You're so real for that. You're so real for that, though. I remember I was streaming once, and we were just playing Genshin Impact, and I kind of go off on this tangent, and I'm like, does that ever happen to you? And my friend just stops in the middle of like where they were going, and they go, Rita, do you have ADHD? And everyone goes, stop, because probably.
Oh
So
my god.
I feel that. But we have a lot of exciting topics to talk about today. So why don't we go ahead and jump into our very first segment, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh my god.
First segment for today, the voice of a goddess. Because you are a
Oh.
resident sun goddess. And we have quite a few topics in this one. But the first one is, of course, the mainstay of your channel is ASMR. And the first thing I wanted to know about you and ASMR is, how did you get into ASMR? Like, how did you find out about it? And, what made you really dive into it?
Yeah, so it's really funny because I actually got into ASMR through, I guess, my interest in hypnosis. So like, the hypnosis interest came first.
Okay.
I was exploring that for a really long time. And then as I was kind of looking for other content about hypnosis on the YouTubes, I came across a lot of ASMR channels. And as I watched them, I realized, oh wait, this is just like hypnosis, but in a different context.
Oh, okay,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
How so?
Well, I mean, hypnosis is all about focus and like relaxation, right? Which is
Sure.
very similar to ASMR, putting people in that flow state, but also making them
Okay.
quite relaxed. So
Right,
I was
right.
like, oh yeah, this is like 100% definitely hypnosis, and people don't even know they're doing it. And of course, there's like a lot of ASMR role plays out there where people actually do hypnosis. So of course I had to go and, become a little judgmental. I had to go see if people were doing it right, to
Sure.
make sure. So yeah, I came across a couple of different channels, one of which actually both got me into like VTubers and into ASMR. It was
Wow.
Vividly VV. She's so cool.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just met her
Wow.
recently, and she's like absolutely an inspiration of mine. So it was really cool to get to like talk to her a little bit, because I was like, oh
Right.
my god, like she got me into this stuff. So I was like,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah. So during the pandemic, I was kind of like exploring that and like, oh, I wonder if I could do that. So yeah, then I got myself a 3DO mic with the ears, like everyone
So
else
cute.
does.
I love your
Playing
asset, by
around.
the way. It's so cute.
Yeah. So yeah, just got playing around and seeing what I can do. And yeah, I personally am not like So I'm a little bit of like a quote unquote fake ASMR fan.
How so? How so?
Basically, I hate the tingles. Like I really like
Okay.
I can't stand to listen to ASMR for too long because the tingles affect me in such a way that it's like a negative response to it.
Sure.
A lot of people love the tingly feeling. I hate it. For some reason, it makes my brain go weird.
Ah.
So, so watching other people do ASMR is not always my thing.
Okay,
Especially
yeah.
like the trigger sounds and stuff. It's also why I don't do ear licking because I can't stand the sound of it. So
like
gross.
doing ear licking or listening.
Or both. Like anything
I
to do with
see,
mouth
I
sounds.
see.
Like I
Is
can't.
that like
I
a
can't do
common
it.
AS? I'm not really familiar with AS. Is that like a
Oh.
common thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
People love the ear licking to the point where when YouTube was like, maybe don't lick the ears anymore, everybody rioted about it. So
Sure, yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, so for me it was like, oh, I can't listen to a lot of ASMR, but I like doing ASMR. I find
Right,
it to
yeah.
be such a fun and like, I don't want to use the word like intimate, but like
No, I get
you
that.
can-
But like in
yeah.
not in any sort of like, it's like a platonic sort of like into the connecting.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very rapport building kind of
Right.
activity. You get real close to people through it. So
Right, I bet.
I don't know. I like it. Again, it's very similar to my hypnosis interest. It's like a rapport building thing. It's very
Oh, I
like
love
closeness,
that.
and you build like a lot of relationships that way. So yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of got
I
me
love
into
that.
ASMR.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't know much about ASMR, but
Yeah.
I know about a couple of terminologies. One of the things I heard
Yeah.
of was triggers. What is an ASMR
Yes.
trigger, and do you have any favorite ones?
Yeah, so an ASMR trigger, it's funny because again, I come from the hypnosis scene where trigger means
Okay.
completely different things.
Okay, we'll dive into that later
ASMR
then. Okay.
Yeah, ASMR triggers are basically sounds, phrases, words, just basically noises that cause like a tingling sensation to people. Any kind of sounds can be a trigger for someone. I don't know, I think
you don't
one
like
of my
tingles,
favorite
right?
triggers. Sorry?
You don't like tingles though, right?
No, I hate it. So personally,
Okay.
I don't understand it, but I know a
Okay.
lot of people get it. And what I tend to do is a lot of my ASMR comes from like building the relationship with the community and the community being like, I like that. I like this noise. I like this
Sure.
noise. One of my favorites is, it sounds so stupid. I put a wig on my microphone.
Oh, okay. And you brush the hair.
Yeah. Or you pat the head.
Wow.
I mean,
that's cool.
I had a friend one day, I was doing some ASMR.
Oh.
Testing stuff, and they messaged me and they were like, Lana, you should put the wig on the microphone. I said, what do you mean? And they're like, you should put a wig on the microphone and see what happens. I was like,
Wait, that's
I don't know, that's a
cool.
little weird for me. So I put the wig on the microphone and I was like, oh, never mind, this is great.
That's so
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I love it like when people like play with my hair or like put my hair
Mhm.
up or like comb through. Because I remember like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I was younger, like in high school during my lunch break, I had like a mom friend, and you know
Mhm.
if I was ever tired, she'd be like, Rita, you can just lay down, and she would have me lay down on her lap, and she would like brush my hair and like sing
Oh
me
my
like
God.
Korean like lullabies, and
So
I just the
cute.
feeling of like hair, like my hair being played with, so
Mhm.
cozy. So I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that.
Yeah. I know a lot of people also feel that way, and I know especially like hair play is a really big ASMR trigger for
Really?
people.
Oh wow.
So being able to replicate that in kind of a way is very fun.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
Oh my! Do you have a least favorite?
Oh yeah, ear licking, hands down.
That's okay.
Do not
Gotcha,
lick
gotcha.
the-
Oh,
Do not lick the ears, damn it! Oh my god, don't do that.
oh gosh.
No.
Oh,
My
goodness.
wife once tried to lick the ears while I was
And you're
trying
like,
to do some
absolutely
ASMR.
not.
It's also why my wife is not allowed to stream ASMR with me for a very,
really?
very long time. Because
Oh,
she's
wow.
threatened to lick the ears many times. I'm like, I don't think so.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-mm.
Well, that is so fascinating. Are there any other like ASMR basic terminology that you would like to share? Because that's like the only one I know. I don't know anything
Oh.
else.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the ASMR terminology comes from also like the roleplay community. Like,
Oh.
I know being part of like the roleplay community, people like to tag things in specific ways. So I know for me, I'm always very, very careful about the tags. Like one of my biggest passions is making what we would call F4A content.
F4A? What is that? Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so basically what it means is here on the YouTubes, a lot of people will tag their thing so F is basically female voice, four, and then A
Four.
is all. Yeah, for anyone, basically.
Oh, so like gender neutral
So you have like
term.
F for F, you have F for M, you have F for A. And for me, I like making all of my content as gender neutral as possible.
That's cool.
It's a passion of mine because I know some people like they love to hear like the good boy, good girl, the
Sure,
very
absolutely.
specific gender kind of references. But for me, I'm like, listen, if I cut my audience down
Right,
based on their gender presentation,
right.
you know, then you cut out a lot of your audience. You know, you're cutting out the non-binary people as well, or the
Right,
trans people as well. You know, so
yeah.
I like to have you know, general stuff so everyone can listen to my content regardless of gender presentation. It's a passion
so
of
cool.
mine.
I love
It sounds
that.
really nerdy, but
No, keep talking about it because again, I don't know anything about ASMR, so you're just opening my mind to a whole new world.
Yeah. So
That is so fun. Oh my gosh.
it's also because I'm lazy and I don't want to write like several versions of the same script.
You're so weird for that though. So because you do ASMR streams, but you also do ASMR videos. How are those different?
Yes. Oh yeah, so I've only done one so far, but I have a lot in the works. So I'm really, really excited to release a few more. Yeah, I love to roleplay. So for me, an ASMR stream is very off the cuff. It's very improvised. It's very much just like we're having a conversation. We're just chatting. We're just kind of chatting with a sensitive microphone, and I'm gonna brush the ears occasionally. And sometimes I'll put a cotton bud down your ear hole, and and you know it's real fun like that.
Yeah.
Whereas my recordings, I like to make them a full experience. The first one is the mommy sun goddess one. It seemed to go quite well. It was a little bit of like a dommy mommy vibe.
Okay.
But I like to make like a scene out of everything.
Okay.
I really enjoy storytelling and making it a full like story moment so people can get invested in the story and in the audio and, you know, hopefully get some tingles from it.
Yeah, that is so cool. Lana, you are so cool. I love that like storytelling aspect to it. I don't know if you noticed, but like the whole time I was just like, whoa, this is a whole new world. So you mentioned like you like to make like a story out of it, like a seed. Do you have a favorite theme that you've done?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think a lot of my favorite role plays come from a place of like, I think when I'm writing my scripts, I like things that are a little bit out of left field.
Okay.
I can't give too many things away because I have some really secret projects in the works that I'm working on right now. But yeah, I think it's definitely like I like to surprise people, and I like when people come to my role plays and think to themselves, "This is not what I was expecting." I remember when my Mommy Song Goddess video came out. A lot of the comments were, "This was so relaxing and really funny."
I love that.
Like, what?
I love that.
What do you mean funny? Okay.
Like funny good? Like funny haha or funny like
yeah, like funny haha. I got a tweet the other day from somebody who was like, I tried to listen to Lana Shikami's ASMR to relax and now I keep laughing myself away.
How do you feel about
and
that?
I'm like, oh my God. I don't know. It's something that's really surprised me, I guess.
Wow.
I don't think I'm a funny person. So when people come to my streams or they come to my videos and like, you're really funny as well. I'm like, what?
I feel like
no way.
You are the kind of person who is just effortlessly funny.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
maybe.
not as any sort of like overbearing kind of way. Like maybe you'll say like a one-liner and it's like, ha ha. Like a cozy funny, right?
I hope so.
Oh my gosh. But you know, you said you had a lot of secret projects, so obviously you don't want to give any of those away, but are there any
I can't. I don't want to ruin anything.
You want to try outside of those?
Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
And chat if you have any themes you know are interested in seeing Lana do. Absolutely. But go ahead, Lana.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say at my second stream ever, we actually sat down and made like a list of themes that the Sunbeams wanted to see, because I wanted to see how much of a degenerate they were, and it turns out, maximum, max degen energy.
Such as?
Oh, but basically it was like a lot of the stuff that I want to try. Like I've been getting really into yandere stuff lately.
Whoa.
Obviously, I'm gonna be holding that one back though, because yandere can get a little bit intense, and I think if I do a yandere script, it will probably be incredibly intense. So we're gonna just kind of like give it some time.
Sure.
Yeah, for people who don't know, by the way, yandere is like the girl that loves you so much that she'd rather see you unalived than with anyone else.
Yeah.
It's very intense stuff. Very popular in the ASMR community.
Really now?
Oh, big time. Massively. I really want to make a big snack thing and become a big snack. I think I hate snakes, but that's the irony of making a big snack kind of audio.
So
is I think it would be really funny.
So you would just have like a snake like slithering around? Oh, wow.
Wow, no, you'd be a snake lady doing snake lady things.
like the snake charmer, like playing a flute or something?
No, like literally a big old lamia with a big old snake tail doing snake lady things in a jungle somewhere.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is just off the cuff, but I think like I would really enjoy like a librarian one, or like Lana is like, it's like story time with Lana, and you're kind of just like, okay guys, time to get to bed, and then just like we all relax, you're just reading a story. That'd be so fun. That'd be so cozy.
Librarian ASMR is so underrated as well.
Really? So that's
really
a thing.
underrated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I love telling people to shush, so I think that would work really well.
Oh my goodness. That is so cool. Well, I'm excited for all of the, secret projects you have coming up. I'm so excited. And remember, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the exciting projects.
I wish I could share more with you, but I hate ruining all my surprises.
I feel that. But the thing is I get so excited about the things I'm working on. So I'll be like, guys, I have a project that I'm really excited about, but it's a secret, so I can't tell you anything about it. And they're like, Rita, why do you do that? It's because it's me trying to handle wanting to share everything that I do with my audience, but also like I have to keep a secret.
Exactly. You don't want to ruin the surprise or ruin the project or get people's hopes up and then things fall through. Oh no, I hate that.
Oh my goodness. Well, anything else about ASMR you'd like to share with everyone?
Oh my goodness. I guess there's a lot of people who always message me and basically be like, hey, I really like your content, but I'm not sure about this ASMR thing. Give it a go and see what happens, because you might be surprised. My ASMR is very different to a lot of other people's ASMR.
Right. I think people have, a very like monolithic view of what ASMR is. And two, I feel like people kind of have like this weird reservation, because I feel like sometimes people think it's like a weird thing.
Or like a sexual thing,
Yeah.
Which no. We might like teeter towards the line, but it's never gonna go that far.
Right, because I have a couple of friends who are like, I have trouble sleeping. And like things like white noise or background talking is very helpful for them. And so they'll just pull up like a 20-minute ASMR and they're asleep by the end of it. So I didn't know, like a lot of them have like, I think one of them was like, I used to have really bad insomnia. And for me, I started listening to ASMR and that just helped me fall asleep easily. So just give it a shot. And you know what? Why not start at Lana's channel if you want to give it a shot?
I have a whole playlist about it. You could just fall asleep listening to the playlist and, add to my watch time. I won't mind.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for this, I bet, quick dive into ASMR. I hope, those who are interested will really start diving into it. But we have another very interesting topic. in
Oh
terms
boy.
of your voice of a goddess, and you look very excited already.
Oh, we'll see.
Hypnosis.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people have an idea of what hypnosis is. I'm sure I have. I do too. I've been on a cruise before and I've seen those, game shows
Oh God, no.
where they're like, okay,
So
everybody, we're gonna do hypnosis. Let me get a couple of people from the
God.
crowd. But
Oh.
I know you recently had a very serious hypnosis 101 PowerPoint stream. So I want you to kind of give a what is hypnosis and what is it for, I guess, summary maybe from the PowerPoint.
Yeah. It was a very, very serious hypnosis stream. A very serious PowerPoint. I mean, half of it was serious and half of it was definitely a meme.
Sure.
Yeah. So basically, hypnosis is a really under-researched topic. A lot of people actually don't know exactly what hypnosis is, and researchers can't really agree on what it is. But what they can agree on is 3 key characteristics of a hypnoidal or hypnosis state. So that is absorption. So that's like an intense hyperfocus or fixation on something.
Okay.
Dissociation. So like when you're so focused on something that everything else around you is like not there, or like you dissociate from your body. We've all dissociated at one point in time.
Sure.
I guarantee it.
Right.
Like that kind of thing. And suggestion or suggestibility, which is like, if I say this thing is happening, is it more likely to happen because, you're in that kind of state where you're a
Sort
bit
of
more open to it?
vulnerable, right.
Yeah. Like, it's like when you've had a couple of drinks at the bar and somebody's like, let's go dancing. And you're like, yeah, let's go. Because, you're a bit more open to it.
How is that different from being in an inebriated state?
Yeah. So... Yeah, so that's kind of what it is in a nutshell. It's super hard to peg down, and a lot of people have tried. Because obviously, like, the taboo around hypnosis is such that when researchers in the psychology field try and, like, start a project about it, a lot of people don't want to back it financially. So
a
a
lot
lot of the time it either doesn't go ahead or it has a very small sample size. And if anyone knows anything about science and research, if you have a small sample size,
it's not right.
You're not going to get some accurate results. Yeah. So yeah.
What is hypnosis for? Like you mentioned earlier, like it kind of puts you in the same sort of suggestive like vulnerability or being able to be suggested as being inebriated. How is it different from that? And what is hypnosis for?
Yeah, so people use hypnosis for a wide variety of things. Obviously, you talked about stage hypnosis, which is hypnosis for the lols, for the fun times. A lot of people being turned into chickens and having to, do a striptease on a chair. I don't know what goes on at these things. Not my jam. So some people use it for that, for like an entertainment purpose. Other people use it for hypnotherapy, which can be quite successful for a wide variety of causes. Pain management, fears, insomnia, like basically all kinds of stuff. Some people in the meditation and the psychic community like to use it for past life regression. Not my thing. But some people do that.
Is that
I've met a couple of past life regression people. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So there's a lot of like, use cases like you said, hypnotherapy and things like that. Wow.
Yeah.
Very fascinating. Yeah.
And some degenerates use it for other things, but we can't go into that here.
Sounds like a plan. All right. But so generally you feel like there's a kind of like sort of stigma or misconception over hypnosis.
Oh, massively. I mean, I've seen it myself that there is a massive stigma around hypnosis. There's a lot of hypnosis content creators out there, and a lot of them don't get the flowers that they deserve for the work that they do.
Oh, wow.
Just because it's considered so taboo. A lot of websites ban it.
Oh.
I'm very surprised YouTube hasn't yet. And I'm glad it hasn't. Please, YouTube, don't do that. It's fine. We're fine. We're not here to mind control everyone, I promise. But yeah, like, it's just, there's a lot of, people think that once you're hypnotized, you're under control, you're like brainwashed, like people can make you do stuff that you wouldn't normally do, but that's actually not the case at all.
Right.
In most case scenarios, most people cannot be hypnotized to do things that they wouldn't normally do outside of hypnosis. And I say most case scenarios because there's always going to be like that 1 in a million case where somebody's been manipulated into something or like coerced into something, like with or without hypnosis.
Right.
So yeah, there's a big stigma about it being dangerous and scary and, oh my God, they're going to take over our brains and make us do stuff. And yeah, a lot of it comes also down to like companies are worried that people can be hypnotized into making purchases or like being forced into like financial situations from it, which is not the case at all. But the stigma has stuck around for a very long time, and now it's really affecting a lot of the creators who make that kind of content. Yeah. So for me, when I came here and became part of PRISM, I was very hesitant to discuss this topic because I was like, I don't want to be pigeonholed into a niche. I don't want to be put into a situation where I, you know, could lose out on opportunities because people think I'm the weird hypnosis girl. But at the same time, it's something I'm very passionate about. And I think that people need to give it the respect that it deserves, you know, because there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of good stuff with it.
It's kind of like how, you know, there's a lot of things that could be used for bad things, but also good things.
Oh, 100%.
And it's basically like that. You said something about like companies are worried that people are use hypnosis into like, you know, getting people to buy things. Isn't that what advertising is? Isn't that essentially what advertising is already? Like, don't. So anyway, when you said that, I was like, you know, you can use
I have
things. Go ahead.
I have a certification as well. So I have I have 2 certifications in hypnosis and 1 in NLP. NLP is literally, so NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. It's basically the language of
I thought it was natural language processing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. It's basically though, okay, so a lot of companies actually learn neuro-linguistic programming in the advertising field to literally advertise things to people. So people are literally learning hypnosis to like make people buy stuff. So like it's very ironic. I think anyway.
Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully maybe you'll be able to show everyone that, you know, hypnosis isn't exactly what you think it is. You certainly, you know, opened up my, because when you mentioned, you were like, you know, it doesn't, hypnosis isn't meant to make you do things that you wouldn't want to do, but kind of like take away like any reservations or walls you might have. Because I feel like sometimes like I get anxious about things and that keeps me from, you know, trying new things or you know, doing things that I want to try to do. But I think having that sort of like suggestion to like, hey, maybe like kind of have that sort of assistance with that anxiety, like I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, it is a really good also source of anxiety relief, because I know a lot of people use meditation to relieve anxiety. Meditation is hypnosis. So like a lot of people always get like, oh, well, meditation and hypnosis are not the same thing. No, it's the same thing. It's the same as flow state. You know, when you like go for a drive or a run, and you just like, I used to do this all the time. You used to drive to like the supermarket and then you get there and you're like, how did I get here? Oh my God.
Right.
It's called highway hypnosis.
Right. And it's not that you were being like unattentive, but you were just so focused that.
So focused. That's exactly what it is. It's like, super easy. It's also a skill. A lot of people get that really confused. They're like, so wait, if I must not be hypnotizable because like it didn't work on me. No, it's a skill. Everybody has like a baseline level of like where you are at with like hypnosis and how it works for you. And it's also very subjective and feels very different for different people. So yeah, a lot of people get very like, well, it doesn't work on me. And then they close themselves off from it. And I'm like, no, you should give it another go or practice it in a different way and then see what happens. Because, you know, there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do.
It's like
and it can be very, very helpful.
Oh, absolutely. It's like how rhythm gamers, like, they'll come across as like passage. I saw this TikTok and someone was playing like Project Sekai and on like the hardest difficulty and they're like and they finished this really hard passage and she goes, did I just do that?
Yeah.
She's like, I blacked out for a second. What happened? Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
I've gotten that in playing viola before. Like where I kind of get into the music and then I'm like, wait, it's over. Because I'm like, you've been playing for 45 minutes. I'm like, have we?
Yeah, it happens to me all the time too when I'm gaming.
Wow.
You know, it's a good thing I don't have anyone sneak up behind me and like whisper things into my ear because I'd be like, oh, I'm so screwed now.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for, I guess, giving us a quick summary of the wondrous world of hypnosis. If you want to learn more about it, check out the Very Serious Hypnosis 101.
Yeah, and hopefully soon I will be making some more content about it.
That is so
I'm
cool.
working on some stuff.
Oh!
But we'll see. I know now the hypnosis community has found me.
Oh, really?
I feel like I would really like to help them out by making them some more content, some more very educational and yet still very memey content. Because if they're going to make me into a meme because I like hypnosis, cool. I'm going to make myself into a meme first.
Lana, you're so cool. I'm so excited for you.
Aw, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have plenty more interests of yours to dive into, which I've already had so much fun learning about ASMR and hypnosis. But this next one is something I'm actually very familiar with, so I'm very excited to talk about. But this next one is musical theater. So why do you love musical theater? What are your favorite shows? Tell me all about it.
Oh, it changes so much. So I've been into musical theater probably from from the age of where I was able to recognize music. I've been to musical theater.
Wow.
When I was very, very small, my mom used to buy me Andrew Lloyd Webber shows on VHS.
Really? Okay.
And yeah, I had Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. I had Cats.
Wow.
So at 5 years old, I was like, Jellicle Cats and Jellicle Cats. My mom's like, oh my God, no, we need to stop this. My family we were all very into musical theater.
Wow.
So from a young age, I kind of really got into it, but I was always really shy. I had a lot of stage fright.
So you did do stage shows?
Sorry?
You did do stage shows?
Not until I was 17 was my first time I ever did a show, because my stage fright was literally so bad that it took me literally being in my last year of high school. I had to be like, Lana, you got to do this, because otherwise you will not have another shot to do this. I remember my last year of high school, we did Grease.
Stop! That is so fun.
One of my favorite shows of all time. I spent all summer training for the auditions, and I went to the audition and I got a call back, and then I panicked because I was like, I was not expecting to get a call back. And then I ended up getting the part of Rizzo.
Whoa.
Which is a big deal, because I was an unknown person who'd never done a show before.
That is crazy.
I'd just been training really hard. And nobody knew I could act. So they were just people were very mean about it when I got into it.
So you weren't in theater or choir or anything, but you just show up hello, I'm one of the main characters now.
Yep, pretty much. I didn't do drama. I dropped out of drama because I was so shy. I just couldn't take it anymore. I was in the choir and the barbershop chorus, but outside of that, I really didn't do a lot. So people really didn't know what I could do. And then I remember it got stellar reviews, and I got particularly praised for my performances Rizzo in Grease. Somebody compared me to Stockard Channing, who played the role in the movie, and said she's better than her. And I was like, no way. I was it was great. It was so fun.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And everybody was very nice to me after that. So I was like, okay, guys, all right. And then from there, I started doing community theater. And then I went to the local community theater. I auditioned. I started getting lead roles. So that was really fun. So I did a lot of community theater for years. I did Heathers. That was very fun.
Gosh!
Yeah, I played Mrs. Fleming, though. So it was such a weird role, being a 20-year-old playing Mrs. Fleming who's 45. And I was like,
That's
here
part
are
of the
my
fun.
sandals.
So how did you get over your stage fright?
Oh, I mean, I think for me, it was just a case of I really had to truly believe I was the underdog in the situation, I think. I really had to go in there with that war paint on my face mentality.
You had that anime character moment.
Exactly. This is my moment. I'm going to go in there and show everyone I am the main character, and that is it. I put my invisible war paint on, and I just kind of took a deep breath, and I was like, if I really want to do this, I have to just go out there and do it, because otherwise it's not going to happen,
Wow. Oh my gosh.
You just kind of got to feel the nerves and just do it regardless of being nervous about I've gone through so many auditions at this point, years and years and years worth of auditions. I've directed shows as well.
Oh,
so
whoa.
Yeah, I did like 5 or 6 years of like directing local community theater shows with my mum. She wrote them
Wow.
and I directed them. Yeah, it was pretty big. It was very fun.
Oh my gosh.
But from that, I also got to see the other side of it. You know, I got to see a lot of actors who didn't get the roles, who didn't get the parts because they just don't look like the part of a lead.
Sure.
But they have all the talent for it, you know? So for me, it was definitely like being on the other side of it too gave me a lot of insight into what people are looking for. And it also taught me like not to take the rejections really badly because you are going to get rejected a lot. But sometimes it's not about how good you are. Sometimes it's just about the right voice, but the wrong look, you know? So, you know, yeah. I had a really good time though. I really loved the theater. I don't do a lot of theater these days because it's so time consuming. I mean, anyone who does community theater knows you really have to like commit your life to this thing you're doing outside of work for free. Because you love it, you know? Like, it's very, very intense.
I don't know if you saw, but I think you'd be very proud to know that I'm gonna be my audition, and I got a call back, but I'm still waiting to hear back. But for my very first stage production, just a local thing, like, you know, community theater. So I will let you know how that goes.
Oh my god!
But I've never done
kid status.
Let's go. Stop! Oh my gosh, I've never done stage act. I've always been in the pit. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so exciting! It's such a different experience, and I think, you know, when you get it, because positive mindset.
Stop!
When you get it, I think you're gonna have a really good time. It's such a very, very different experience being on stage than it is being backstage.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you know,
it's so
under
fun.
the stage too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Do you have any funny like behind the scenes stories?
Oh god. Oh, so many. Okay, so I am very, very, very scared of heights. Like really scared of heights. And one night I was directing a show, and they were like, Lana, come up in the lighting box. Now, to get to the lighting box at this theater, you used to have to climb this ladder to this tiny little mezzanine box. Like up on the roof. Sure. So I climbed this ladder in a dress, by the way. Which is gonna come into play later.
Oh, sure.
So I'm in this is before the show started. Climb up this ladder. I get up there and I'm like, oh, I hate it. And there's a hole in the floor. And they're like, Lana, don't put your foot through there because you will fall through the floor. And I was like, oh my god, I hate it. But by the time I got up there, I was so like paralyzed with fear, I couldn't get down. So the entire show, I kind of just sat in the corner of this box, just like holding on for dear life. Like, I can't get down. This is it. I'm going to live here now.
No.
I can't get down. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So after the show ended, a friend of mine was like, Lana, you have to come down. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And he's like, come on, Lana, get down this ladder. So I'm like climbing down this ladder, and he's like, okay, I don't want to scare you or anything, but everyone can see your underpants right now.
No!
Just a heads up.
No!
We're gonna try and protect your modesty. I'm gonna stand in front of you, and hopefully no one else sees.
No!
Oh my god. Oh my god. It was very bad. And at one point he was like yelling, look, if you fall, I will catch you. Don't worry. I'm like, I don't know if that's going down, but we'll see. That was pretty terrifying. There was also a lot of times I was in shows with people, and people know I'm really scared of like dolls and mannequins and things.
Sure. Right, animatronics. Sure.
One of the other theaters I used to direct at, it had this long staircase going down into the dressing room. And when you go into the hallway for the dressing room, there was like one room on one side, one room on the other, and in the middle there was a curtain, which is always open for some reason.
Right.
To this room that looked like somebody's like death basement. It was just like concrete piled with wood, and it had like a single light bulb that was never on, and it was just pitch black in there. And one day I was walking down the stairs because somebody was like, hey, Lana, I need you to help me with my makeup. I was like, okay, fine.
Right.
So I'm walking down these stairs, and all of a sudden from this pitch black room comes this mannequin, and somebody just screaming, and I'm like, oh my god.
No.
So I ran back up the stairs. I'm screaming, running through the theater, and I just yelled down the staircase, I'm never coming down there to help you again, by the way. No, I don't trust you now.
Oh my gosh.
So bad. Yeah. To be fair, this is the same guy who used to hide a mannequin head on stage every night during one of my shows. to scare the rest
Oh
of the
my
actors on stage. I
gosh.
was like, stop.
Stop it.
You need to stop.
I wish more people would share their behind the scenes stories. I feel like people don't get to enjoy the fun of behind the scenes. I don't know if you would consider this. In the moment, I was freaking out, but I've told this story before, so I'll do a quick little condensed version. But when you're in the orchestra pit, you're playing the music, right, for the show. And at the very end, we do like finale music. And usually, you know, if you have an open pit, sometimes people will like come towards the pit and they will kind of look down and watch you play music. So we're starting like the last song that kind of leads into the finale. And usually, when I was playing musicals on a like a yearly basis, it was always around the time where I kind of got like sick or like allergies. So I would always keep a box of tissues by my chair, and everyone knew that. You know, they were like, "Oh, Rita with her allergies" or whatever. And so we're kind of playing like the last song, right? And so everyone's going, and then I feel like a tap on my shoulder, and like, Rita, I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, yes, hello, and it's the cellist in front of me, and he's like, can you pass me a tissue? And I'm thinking, like, in the middle of a song, sure. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I guess you have allergies. And then, you know, there's multiple of each instrument, so, you know, he's kind of being covered. So I'm like, okay, here you go. I had him one tissue.
Oh my God.
And then, like, not too long later, he's like, hey, can I have another one? And I was like, okay. And he's like, can I just have the whole box? And I was like, why? What's going on? I looked to the front, and our concert mistress is just having a full-on nosebleed. And my director's like looking at her like, stop playing. What are you, stop playing. Like, don't keep going. And she's like, the show must go on. And he's like, people are gonna be coming over to look over into the pit, and you're just gonna be having a full-on nosebleed. So we're like passing all over the box over to her, and she's like trying to clean up and everything before people start looking over. And you know, this crazy lady keeps playing with like tissues in her mouth, and
oh my God.
And then afterwards, we're like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, it happens all the time. Well, first of all, we're like looking for her because we told her to immediately to like go to the bathroom, like take care of it, like make sure you get some water or whatever. And we're like, you know, me and some of the other girls were like going to the bathroom, like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, it happens all the time. She like exits the bathroom stall, and she has like 2 tampons in her nose.
Oh my God.
I was like, I guess this really has happened to you before, huh? If you came prepared. My goodness, but show must go on, I guess. And
show's gotta go on, you know.
She has this gnarly picture of her and her violin just covered in, you know, nosebleed blood. Crazy.
There's like so many, like I've seen so many like accidents go down.
Right.
People have to get up and keep going because it's so true.
Crazy.
The show has to continue regardless what happens. I've fallen off the stage before, like picked myself back up and like had to keep going because you gotta when stuff goes wrong, you just gotta keep going.
No, literally, it wasn't a show that I was in, but it was when I was like still in the junior orchestra, like right before I joined the I guess varsity orchestra that does like musicals. The whole cabinet fell into the pit. And they just kept playing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I was like, whoa. Or like one year when I was in the pit, we had like a fog machine. But the way that they had it stationed, we didn't really practice with the setup that we had before. The first time we did like a full run through, the fog just fell into the pit. Because it's like a fog. And so the whole time we're doing the full run through, we're like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Fog machine fog is literally the worst.
Yeah.
When my wife moved here, I started taking her to the theater, and we saw a production of Sweeney Todd a couple of years ago. And of course, like Sweeney Todd is like known for like dark, gritty, a lot of smoke machine. But my God, the smoke machine was going for like at least half an hour, and it just kept coming. And she has really bad allergies.
Oh, no.
And anyone who watches my streams knows that Ray's sneezes are so loud. They literally shake the house. They're that loud. I'm not even kidding. So the whole time she sat there during Sweet Talk going, oh my God, no. And I'm like, oh, far out. No, don't. Please no. It was so bad.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for sharing your fun. We got to talk musical theater.
Yeah.
If I get it, no, like you said, when I get in, I'm going to give you all the details. I'm going to give you all the details.
Yes, you should. It sounds so exciting.
well, we have one more topic that I really want to get into for this section, and
Yeah.
it is I think semi-related to voice, or definitely related to voice, but maybe not your voice in particular. But you told me about Eurovision, and I know a little bit about Eurovision. It's like singing contest, is that right? But
Yeah.
I know there's like a whole song and dance. Like I know people, I have friends who do like watch parties for Eurovision. Like it's a whole song and dance. So what is Eurovision for those who are not familiar? And why do you love Eurovision?
Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, what is Eurovision? It's so hard to define what exactly Eurovision is. There's like two ways I explain this. I'm either like, okay, so it's like American Idol, but if every contestant was a country and they all sang original songs.
I love that. It's like the Olympics of
yeah, or the Olympics of music. People call it like the Olympics, but like of songs. There's also like a lot of like weird rules about it. There's like different heats that happen. There's like 2 semis and a finale kind of thing. It's like intense. It's like a full week of stuff, you know.
And I've heard it's like really like campy, and like that's why people love it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it has some like people. Some countries take it very seriously.
Oh, sure.
Other countries, it just gets like really camp. Like one of my favorite performances was Ukraine. Was it 2007? I think it was. They entered a drag queen. She came second with a song that was in German. And it was like a dance pop anthem, and it's iconic, so iconic.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and also all the dancers had like 69 on their shirts, and I was like, oh my God, this act knows exactly what they're doing. It was very, it's very cool.
Oh my gosh. So what? So I've heard like every year, you know, I don't know much about Eurovision, but every single time I hear someone who I know loves Eurovision, there's like not gossip or tea, but there's always like a lowdown. Like there's always like something going on. There's a story. So what is happening in Eurovision 2023 that we need to know about in a nutshell?
Oh, I mean, obviously, the biggest news of 2023 was the Winland scandal.
What is what is that? What is this?
No, well, we've nicknamed Finland Winland because they should have won. But basically, Finland had the best song of all time. If you haven't heard it, please go and check out Cha Cha Cha. I will cover it at some point. I'm going to learn Finnish
I love that.
only to sing Cha Cha Cha. I would say it's like, okay, if you're familiar with hyperpop, you'll probably love it.
Wow.
It's like a hyperpop, like metal hybrid. With like
wow,
a really
I love
poppy
that.
ending. It's so good. Finland was robbed. Finland was absolutely robbed. Thank you.
Wow.
But basically they had the highest popular vote score of all time, and they still lost. Yeah, it was so bad just because of the jury vote. So how Eurovision works, right?
Yeah.
For people who don't know, is so there's 2 heats, 2 like semi-finals, and a final. Now, everybody who is not in the big 6 competes in the semis. And then the top 10 of each semi go through to the final. So in the final, there's 26 countries. So the big 6 is the previous year's winner, Germany, France, UK, who else? Spain, and Italy. Yeah. They are the people who pay the most money for the competition. And obviously the person who won last year, they're hosting it. So they get in. The only thing is you don't get to then show your song at the semis, which is both a blessing and a curse because, you know, people don't really know what you're going to do for your performance, but then people don't know what you're going to do for your performance. They don't have time to get to love your performance or be interested or invested in it.
Yeah.
So there's a few kind of robberies at the semis this year. Denmark was definitely, or was it Netherlands? I can't remember. I keep getting Denmark and Netherlands confused. I think it was Netherlands. Big rob this year. It was so sad. But then finale comes around. Everyone has a really good time. Cha 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 performed. It was epic.
Wow.
But the jury votes versus the popular vote, how it works is juries from every country that's entered. So that's all the European countries and Australia. No idea why Australia's there, but they are. Go Australia. So they all give, they've got 12 points to give to the favorite. Then they go down the list. So they have like 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and like, you know, that's kind of a couple of points, 1 point, I think. And so they give their countries those points, and the juries are typically made up of like quote unquote music experts from that country, which tends to be a little bit, I don't know about that. Yeah, so they do that first. They do all the jury votes. They go through every country. The country announces who gets their 12 points, and then they go through the popular votes. And the popular vote is the same thing. Every country that has people voting, they have like popular votes. It goes 12, 10, 8, all that kind of stuff to get down to 0. Yeah. In a previous years, some countries have gotten like no points, which is always funny to me, but sad.
The duality. Go ahead.
Oh my God, I was gonna say 2022 was iconic because the UK got nil points, which is no points.
No.
And obviously, as somebody who's from the UK, we deserved it. We absolutely 100% deserved it. I was like, literally, I've never cheered so loudly in my life for us getting no points.
Wait, why?
Was it no, it wasn't 2022. It was 2021 because 2022 we came second. We actually had a good song.
Wow.
UK has a curse on it. Basically, they never enter good songs, and when they do, they always enter it with somebody who's maybe not like good enough to like perform it to the degree that it should be good. This year their song wasn't good either. But yeah, there's always some like big losses and some big wins at Eurovision. It's always a fun watch, I think.
Now, how are the different teams chosen? Like, is there like a national competition that you got to go for? Are you selected? Yeah. How does that work?
So it really depends on the country. A lot of countries, they'll do like a, like I love Norway. Norway has one of the best, like Norway Decides. And they'll have like all the people from Norway who want to enter, and then they have like a big American Idol style competition.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I know Australia used to do it called Australia Decides. And then they just decided to pick one this year because they were a bit annoyed with how Australia Decides was going.
Gosh.
Yeah, so some countries pick. I know there was a bit of drama with the UK this year because the UK hosted it on behalf of Ukraine.
Okay.
So, because Ukraine won last year.
Okay.
And then, so when the UK hosted, they decided to put in their song after everyone else had put in their song. Just literally like, we're talking like a month before the competition. Like literally the day of like, you need to have your song picked by now.
Wow.
They put it in on the day because what they wanted to do was they wanted to see what everyone else was going to enter. And then they would pick their song accordingly, depending on what wasn't kind of like, if there was too many ballads, they put in a pop song. If they put in, you know, if there was like too many pop songs, they throw in a ballad.
Right.
And they still did very badly because the song was not good. Yeah, but like the BBC picked that one and I was like, oh wow, good for you guys. So yeah, it's really a mixed bag. Also, my favorite part of Eurovision is you don't actually need to be from the country that you're representing to be a part of Eurovision.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So Celine Dion, everybody knows Celine Dion. She's amazing. She got her start in Eurovision representing Switzerland.
No way.
I'm not even kidding. I wish I was. That's how Celine Dion got famous. Because she was in Eurovision. She won Eurovision. For Switzerland, which is funny because she's Canadian and everyone's like, okay, cool. Because the person who wrote the song was from Switzerland, so she was allowed to sing it, and it was cool. A couple of years ago, I lost my mind because San Marino, which is this very small country in Europe, invited the rapper Flo Rida to perform. And I was like, no way, what is going on? When he came out, though, I screamed very loudly because as somebody who did a lot of clubbing in the 2010s, I was like, what is going on? What is this?
Oh, my gosh. This sounds like such a fun time. You know what? Great. Eurovision 2024. I'll keep up with it.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, my goodness. That is so fun.
Especially because the rumor is New Zealand's trying to get in. Which I was like,
Lana!
if New Zealand gets in, that would be hilarious.
Lana for Eurovision. Come on.
I mean, I would do
crazy.
it. I would do it.
How crazy would if they had like a Hatsune Miku style, like we have a VTuber. No, that's how they're gonna do it. That's gonna be the draw.
It would break the internet.
It would break
literally,
the internet.
They could hologram me into the stadium.
New Zealand? How does New Zealand choose?
Yeah. Oh, see, we don't know how New Zealand would
Oh, that's
pick,
right, because
we
you
gotta
haven't
get
had
in
the good choice.
first. So Australia got in 2016. So we're
Okay.
using that as leverage to be like, cool, now
Come on, let
Australia's
us in.
out. You should
It's
let
our
us
turn.
in.
Yeah. Stop. For those,
Yeah.
if anyone who is organizing New Zealand to be in Eurovision, if you're listening to this, we have your first performer right here.
You don't need Lord. Get me. I'll be great.
Why no?
Oh,
Porque
dear.
no los dos? You know, like why not? Why not both?
Yeah, me
Oh
and
my
Lord.
gosh.
You know, Lord can write it. I'll
The
perform.
two L's right there.
It would be great. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well,
it'd
thank
be
you
so
so much
fun.
for opening me up to the world of Eurovision. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna listen to Cha Cha Cha, and then I'm
absolutely.
gonna
It's a
get
good
really
place to
into it.
start.
And then next year, we'll do like a watch along or like a watch party.
Yeah, I know. I did a Twitter space this year where I basically screamed at
I
Twitter
love that.
for 4 hours. So maybe we'll do another one next year, and we can invite some more PRISM people to come and join me.
Stop!
We can do it
I
together
love
as
it.
a group. Yeah,
Oh my
I really wanted to
gosh.
do like a big PRISM like watch along with like flags waving and like all kinds of shenanigans, but I wasn't quite sure how to organize it this year.
I thought you were gonna say
But maybe
PRISM
next year.
Eurovision.
Oh my god! I mean, PRISM Eurovision would be really fun.
Like, we have
and we
the
could all be our own country.
PRISM Vision, and it's like the U.S., you know, Japan, Oceania.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh, that would be so cool.
And then y'all can fight for who gets to represent what country, and I'll be laughing over here as the only New Zealand person in PRISM.
Oh my god, no, because we could do Oceania, you know,
Yeah.
we could do Australia.
Oh
and,
no, no.
Oh my gosh.
And they're like, New Zealand. Oh wait, there's only one of you. Great, it's Lana.
Well, we would have to do
Yay.
original songs though, unless we want to make an exception and do like
Yeah.
cover songs, so it's not as like.
No, you have to do originals. I mean, originals is what makes it.
I want the most
Yeah.
USA. Do you know? You don't know the Ensemble Stars song. There's an Ensemble song
No.
Stars, an Ensemble Stars song called like USA. It goes, "Come on, baby, America," and it's the
Oh my god.
either that or like something very party in the USA.
Oh my
I
god. Did you
yeah.
hear about American Song Contest?
No, what is that?
Oh my god. Okay, so last year,
Okay.
the creators of Eurovision were hired by America to make an American Eurovision. Where basically every
Where it's like a
state
different
entered a
state.
song.
Stop!
Yeah.
No
And do you know who
way.
hosted it? It was hosted by Kelly Clarkson and
Whoa!
Snoop Dogg.
And Snoop Dogg.
I was like, this is the
Whoa!
best combination I never knew I needed. I watched it on YouTube and I thought it was the best. It was cancelled after one season, damn it.
No. What is it called?
But do you want
American.
to know the best part? Do you want to know the best part?
What's the best part?
Was it who won? It wasn't Ohio. Was it Oklahoma? I think it was Oklahoma won.
With?
They won with a K-pop song.
Stop. I love that.
Alexa.
Oh,
Alexa
that's
entered.
right. Wait, I know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
What's
what
her
that
song?
was.
Was it Wonderland?
Wonderland.
Oh, it's
yeah.
so good. So good. I
Wow.
loved it. Her performance was so good. She had like everybody on like leashes. And then at the
Yeah.
end, she jumped off this platform and did like a death drop off a platform. It
I
was,
love
it was crazy.
that. Oh my
She just like
gosh.
went off the stage and I was like, no way.
American
oh, man.
Song Contest. I love that.
Yep.
Because I saw that like Alexa won some American Song Contest with the K-pop songs. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like
yeah.
a whole thing.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
so
And like the whole
exciting.
country voted and they all voted for a K-pop. The K-pop stans are so hardcore. that
absolutely.
They helped win American Eurovision. Good for you guys. Well done, American K-pop stans. You did that.
So PRISM Vision 2024 then. You're going to be one of the organizers?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Perfect.
It
Perfect.
sounds like a big ask, but I mean, I'd be so down. I think it'd be really fun.
If you need a co-organizer, I love organizing
Yeah.
things.
Oh my god. Yeah, we can all do original performances.
Oh my
It would be
gosh.
fun. It would be so
love
fun.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I look forward to it, and thank you again for introducing me to the world of Eurovision. But I think we have one more segment for today, and we were gonna make a departure from things voice related to some things game related, because you are also a goddess, but you are also a gamer, isn't that right?
Yeah, part-time gamer, you know, I dabble.
Right, part-time goddess, part-time gamer, of course.
Mm-mm.
So let's go ahead and jump into some of your favorite games, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my gosh, gamer goddess in the house. So the first one, I guess, subsection within this segment is I actually hadn't heard of this term before, and it is a collectathon. Now, what is I think I know of some collectathon games, but I never knew that there was like a term for it. So, what is a collectathon, and what are your favorites?
A collectathon is basically it's kind of like a subsect of the platformer genre. Usually, a lot of 3D platformers are also collectathons. It's basically any game where you've got a lot of things to collect. And the goal is to like collect as many as possible. So we're talking things like Banjo-Kazooie is a great collectathon.
Okay.
Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, kind of, I guess sometimes it's more platformer focused than collectathon. Collectathon games are normally like the gems, the coins, the music notes. That is the focus. And Mario 64, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. One of my recent favorites, Hell Pie. Oh, I love that game.
What is that one?
Collectathon. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that one?
Say Pokemon. Somebody said in the chat,
really?
Pokemon. I mean, I would say Pokemon maybe dabbles. Yeah, because you are collecting stuff. So yeah, any game where you're like, to get 100%, you need to collect this many gems, this many coins, this many eggs, this many whatever you're collecting.
Wait.
That's what you got to do.
To 100%, right? Is that the goal of the whole game, is to get it to 100%?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of collectathon people who love collectathon games, that's the goal. If somebody says, you got to have this many music notes, this many things to pass the game. Yep, that's what we're doing.
Sure, but it's not, so that if it's not like a requirement to like defeat the game, then it's not a collectathon.
I mean, it depends on like how many things there are to collect, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like people keep bringing up Crash Bandicoot, and I'm like, yeah, Crash Bandicoot I would say is a collectathon. You're collecting all the boxes, you're doing all the stuff, you know.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So then, Breath of the Wild, or I guess similarly Tears of the Kingdom, the main goal is not to, you know, is of course to defeat Ganon. So it wouldn't be, you know, the collectathon, because there is that aspect of there are 900 Korok seeds scattered across the entire thing, and it's not necessarily a main part, but there's 900 Koroks. You gotta find them and collect them, and to like max out your inventory.
Yeah, I would say it has like collectathon elements to it.
Sure.
Yeah, elements of like the collectathon genre to it.
Wow. So why do you love it? Why do you love collectathons?
I mean, I think it's like I grew up playing a lot of Spyro, a lot of Crash Bandicoot. And I think there's just something so satisfying about those games when you get all the gems, you get all the coins, you get all the stuff, and you're like, oh my god, I did that. I can't believe I did that. They tend to take a lot. Like they're typically not short games.
Sure.
Like I know people speedrun them and things like that, but they're typically the games that you have to kind of take your time and find everything, and like especially like games like Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Which is notorious for being cruel.
And you said you hadn't finished it yet, right?
Yeah. No. Oh no. No, Gruntilda's really hard. The final boss just sucks. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. There was too many things to get. But yeah, I think it's just like that satisfaction of being like, oh my god, I finished the quest and I did it to completion and it's done now. You know, I'm not like a hardcore completionist, but I do have some games that make me like go into that like that completionist mode. I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm doing this. Yeah.
That's why I love asking people like, why do they love a game? Because I feel like there are games where I feel like I don't like just off the top of my head, like, oh, I don't think I would like that, or like I don't think I'd ever get to the point where I would want to try it. But you know, hearing you talk about like why you love it, you know, it makes me want to try it. You know, oh my gosh. So you mentioned a couple of titles, but do you have like a favorite collectathon?
Oh my god, it changes so frequently, because collectathons normally take a long time to finish, especially some of them have like insane amounts of collectibles. They take so long that I'm just like, oh. Right now I've been playing a lot of ukulele. That's kind of the quote-unquote spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay.
Made by the same team who made Banjo, but they can't do Banjo anymore because of copyright things.
Oh man.
So they started their own series called Ukulele.
Spelled
very, very
differently than the instrument.
Yeah, it plays very similar to Banjo, but it's also very different in terms of the theming. It also has my favorite character in it of all time, Trouser.
Really? Trouser.
He's a snake, and his name is Trouser. And he's a snake. He's
You're
the
funny.
best.
You're
I love
funny,
him.
Lana. You're
He
so funny.
wears-
See who
He only wears one leg of the pants because he's a snake. He's only got one leg. Oh, so cute. I love him.
Adorable. So ukulele.
Yeah, I love that game. It's very fun.
Oh my gosh! Apparently, it's only $3.99 on Nintendo Switch. Maybe I'll get it.
Oh, you should give it a go. It's very
Oh my
fun.
gosh,
I would
okay.
recommend. I would recommend, depending on how you feel about platformers, because the
Oh,
first
okay,
ukulele,
sure.
it's very open world platforming. So if you
Okay.
like lots of big, expansive spaces
I
and running
do.
around doing lots of quests, then that's for
Yeah.
you. If
Okay.
you're not that into it and you're more into side-scrolling stuff, Impossible
no,
Lair. 'Cause
ma'am.
the sequel is like literally a different game. They just went,
Really?
okay,
Whoa.
like the genre of this first one, cool, we're not doing that again. Yeah, we're doing this now. Come over here. And there's a lot of like puzzle solving in the hub world, and then you get into the levels and it's all literally like side scrolling. Very Donkey
wow.
Kong Tropical Freeze, if anyone's played that. Very similar because they also made Donkey Kong.
Hey.
So yeah.
Well, then I guess I'll try it out and I'll let you know. But
Yeah.
you mentioned the second game is a platformer, but you also love platformers, right? You said you mentioned to me before previously that you love platformers and also simulator games. So why do you love these kinds of games?
Oh my god. So my platformer obsession started when I was very young. I had a PlayStation 1 growing up. And I had like the traditional Crash and Spyro. And I think there's just something so satisfying about like getting really good at, you know, precision platforming. It's a very satisfying feeling. Like I sometimes will put on like Mario. Mario's incredibly hard when you get to like the later levels. So like sometimes I'll just put it on and be, it's like the challenge of like knowing like, oh yeah, I can do that, and getting those jumps perfectly timed is very satisfying.
I can't. I'm terrible at jumping in any game.
Really?
So platformers, like even in like Splatoon, like something about like the physics of it, and like every game has a different physics like engine. So it's like I never know how to time properly, or like I never know because some games like when you jump, there's not really like any sort of follow through afterwards, and you just stick. But sometimes you kind of like slide a little bit, and it's so hard to keep track of it. So platformers are definitely not my thing, but I can totally see, you know, why mastering that sort of jumping mechanic is fulfilling and exciting for you.
Yeah, like Cuphead. I remember when Cuphead came out, and I was like, I'm gonna play this game and see what it is. Oh my god! If you're a platformer game fan, you need to play Cuphead.
Oh my
It's literally like the most challenging platforming you'll ever play. And it's very, very satisfying when you get it right. I've spent a lot of hours trying to get good at Cuphead. Just because it's like, oh yeah, the challenge of it is very good. But so is like the platforming of it. It's just very fun. So I love it.
What's your favorite platformer then?
Ooh, like I said, it always changes. You know, sometimes I'm more into the 3D stuff. Like right now, I'm also playing Mario Odyssey, which is like a nice 3D open world platformer. Lots of moons to collect, though.
Oh, sure. But you love collecting
999 moons. I don't know if I'll get there, but we'll see.
How many are you at right now?
Oh, God, I think a couple of hundred. Still got a long way to go.
Good luck, Lana. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we are going to play it on stream at some point as well. So I'm really excited to start that and never finish it because my God, that's a lot of moons. Yeah, like I said, Cuphead, I've been playing a lot of that lately. Crash Bandicoot is always a fave of mine. Is there any new ones recently I've played? Yeah, there is. I just recently got my hands on the 1992 edition of Super Mario World that they just put on the Switch. Oh, I love the Switch ports they've been doing on like Nintendo Online.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So hard. How did people in the 90s play this game? I don't understand. I've been Googling guides like all week. Because it's so hard.
Oh my god.
Like, oh my god. And it doesn't have any it like hardly has any save points.
No,
so if you
worst.
die, you just lose all your progress. It's terrible.
I think,
but man, I love it.
Gosh, one of my favorite things about newer games that I think I take for granted whenever I try like an older game is like autosave. It's like you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Oh boy. And then you play an old game, you're like, why?
Like, wait a minute, I have to
exist?
save. Like manually. Goodness.
Banjo-Kazooie was like that on the Nintendo port of it, because there's two versions of the game, the Xbox version or the Nintendo version, because it was bought out by Microsoft. So
Sure.
I was playing the Xbox version when I first played it, which I didn't realize how forgiving they had made the Xbox version, because in the original version, if you leave the level or you die, you lose every single music note you've collected in the level, and there's 100 of them per level. Yeah, so they basically go, oh, you got 50 this time, cool, do better next time, until you get all 101 go. Whereas on the Xbox One, if you leave the level, it like in a normal game, it just basically goes, okay, you got 50, cool, you've banked 50, go back and get the rest. So I didn't realize that until I was playing it on the Switch, and I was like, this is incredibly unforgiving. I cannot. No.
Gosh. That is crazy. One thing, you know, that I feel like I take for granted, because I like something that I'm just so used to, because like I've always had it, because you were like, you had a PS1 growing up. I think one of my very first consoles was a PS2. And like I remember playing like Kingdom Hearts and
I love Kingdom Hearts.
I know Kingdom Hearts.
So
and
good.
Sims Castaway, and so
I love that game. Sorry.
I know. No, we're gonna talk about simulator games in a moment, but haptics, like they're so like I'm so used to them. But I like tried some like older like game consoles, and I was like, wait. I was expecting some sort of like physical feedback, because like they give you so many clue-ins as to what's happening, and then you don't realize it until it's gone. Oh my gosh!
I know on the old school Xbox, like I think they just had like put the Rumble stuff in there.
Oh whoa! Really?
When I got the first Xbox,
Oh whoa!
Yeah, but it's still so weird when I have a controller that doesn't have it, because it doesn't feel right, you know? It's just like, why does this feel so wrong? Oh my god!
Oh my god! Someone said skipping cutscenes. They're so real for that. Like the ability to skip cutscenes is like in modern, I guess, gaming, because like you know in older games you can't skip them. For me, it's logs. Like in games, because like even sometimes no matter how hard I focus, I'll be like, wait, what did they just say? Let me go back and see what they said in the cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But
yeah, I can't play games if you can't skip a cutscene. My sunbeams know that I am a serial cutscene skipper, and it drives everybody insane.
You're real for that.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to get in the game.
No, I totally get that. Oh my goodness. But we talked, you know, we mentioned something about, you know, Sims. I mentioned Sims Castaways, but as a fan of simulator games, why do you love simulator games, and what are your favorite simulator games?
Oh my gosh. So when I was like 10, my nan had a computer, and she got me The Sims, like The Sims 1.
Oh, wow.
And I remember I had all of them. I had all 8 of the Sims ones and all the expansions and stuff. And I remember it used to take like 4 hours to like load anything. It was so great. You'd sit there for like hours, like waiting for the world to load.
Really?
Knowing it's there's a chance it might not, because it's buggy as hell. So I remember like that was incredibly entertaining for me. I don't know, I still used to spend hours and hours and hours playing, regardless of like how glitchy it was. There's something about it, I don't know, it's just very, very fun.
Now
so I was an avid Sims fan growing up. Yeah,
we are two peas in a pod. I feel like I've known you for years. Like I also so now I have to know, what is your Sims archetype? Because I feel like there's so many different. So are you an architect? Are you the chaotic, like, hand of God? Like, do you just throw out natural disasters left and right and see what happens? Like, do you want them to live their best life? What is your Sims archetype?
So at the moment, I'm going through a phase called the Black Widow baby arc. Where basically I went through an entire phase where I was playing a lot of The Sims 4, and I was like, all right, we're going to have as many babies as possible, because I saw someone doing the 100 baby challenge, and I was like, I really want to try that. Because I love family play. I think it's just really satisfying. But also I'm very chaotic, and I just want my Sims to be locked in a basement somewhere. setting themselves on fire. So there was that. So I was like, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lure people to the house. They're gonna have a lot of babies, and then I'm gonna lock them in my in my death basement. So yeah, that's also probably why I haven't played the Sims more than once on my channel yet, because I don't really want to unleash all that just yet. We'll get there. Oh, man.
I've played Sims a couple of times on my channel. I think most recently, I say most recently, but it was quite a few months ago. One of my reward streams was to do a rags to riches challenge.
Oh, fun!
And I was only planning on doing like 1 or 2 because like the charity rewards stream, the charity reward was that I do at least 1 stream, but we did like 3 or 4, and it was such a fun experience. And I kind of had like. I had the archangels be like, okay, like, you know, what job are we gonna go for? Or like, pick a townie that you want, you know, my sim to marry for the rags to riches. He had to like start a family, and they were like, you should like make a video game character and marry that person. I was like, no, that's so ambitious. So they had me make Xiao from Genshin Impact. So silly. Oh my gosh. But it was so much fun. I really enjoyed doing that with the Archangel. I also have a Sims house with Gen 1 and Gen 2.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Oh my gosh. But that was lots of fun. Oh
it's such a shame they haven't made a Sims multiplayer yet. I think that would do so well.
Wait, that would do so well. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Then we could make a little house and we could like be Sims together.
Right? Yeah, like I know they were planning on making Sims 4 into a multiplayer, but it just never kind of was in the cards for them.
Sure.
So maybe, I mean, listen, EA,
Sims
make
5.
a multiplayer.
Sims 5 multiplayer.
You can do it. I know you can do it.
Oh my gosh.
Add a multiplayer mode. Let's go.
So would you say then Sims is your favorite simulator game?
Oh, it's hard to say because okay, so I love The Sims dearly.
Okay.
But man, Sims 4 is not really it for me. I don't know. Sims 4 doesn't have the same feeling.
I feel
as
that.
like the older games. Yeah, like recently I played a lot of Sims 3.
Oh, okay.
And I really appreciate Sims 3. I don't know. The characters look a little bit like potatoes, but if you can get over that, the gameplay itself is very satisfying, like the game loop. Same with Sims 2. The characters don't look great, but if you play it, you're like, oh, this is so good.
But the mods, you know, you can get mods and make everything look nicer.
See, I'm not a big mod player.
Really?
Yeah. So, but for me, like, I really want them to re-release the first one. I think if they re-release the first one, I'll be in there so fast. I'll be literally like, take my money, damn it. Come on, I know they have the files somewhere.
Right.
They need to re-release them. They would make so much money if they just went on Steam one day and went, hey,
there you go.
Who wants to buy The Sims 1? I'd be like, yeah, me.
Yeah.
I know they did it in like 2014, but they haven't done it since. So I'm like sitting here waiting for the day that they do that. Because I don't know. Sims 4.
Yeah, because I Sims 2 is the one that I grew up with. I got like I got an old like garage sale copy of Sims 2 Double Deluxe.
Oh my god.
And it's like nightlife, and I forgot what came. I think it was the like back in business. I don't know. I forgot what comes in Double Deluxe.
Oh, the business one. So fun.
I had the business one, and then I also had the university one. And I was like younger, right? So I didn't know. I was like, I don't know what college is. Like I don't have any idea what. So I would like run my sim ragged trying to get the thesis done. And you know, and then I'm like, only after you finish your thesis, right? Because I'd have like my character, and in my head I'm like, this is probably not how college works. And then I go into cyber angel training. I'm like, wait a minute, this is how higher education does work. Unfortunately.
100%.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Sims 2 was so great. I used to always do the business stuff and open my own shop and be like, guess what, guys? I have a shop now. Welcome to my shop. It's so fun.
Oh my gosh. But I think Sims is probably my favorite, but the one that's near and dear to my heart, and this is going to be really weird, it is the McDonald's game.
Really?
Have you? I only say this because I had friends in cyber angel trading. Like I visited them a lot, and we'd kind of have like girls' night, and we'd like eat ramen and have chips, and we'd also play some games. And one day I was just like, I was having this like you know I love like project planning and management.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
one day
yeah,
just
yeah.
something wasn't going right, and I was kind of like having this crisis of like I don't know how to actually project plan. I don't know how to run things. And so they were like, let's pull up like business tycoon, like business simulator games, and we're like, we're gonna get to
God.
year 100 in the McDonald's game together. And we
Oh
were
my
just sitting on the
God.
floor of like my friend's like living room. We didn't have like a couch or anything, and we were just playing McDonald's game. And we reached year 100 successfully, and we were like, yeah! So
Oh my
that
God.
game is near and dear to my heart.
Is that the browser one? What is that
Yeah,
on?
it's a browser game.
Mm-mm. Is it the one where you have
McDonald's
to
game.
feed the cows and then not get them
You
sick?
feed
and
the
then...
cows, if make sure they don't get sick. And
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I played that game. It's so fun.
yeah, because
Is
I
it still
remember.
a thing?
I think it's still a thing. Because I remember when I was really really young, I had played it for the first time, and I like died after the first like couple of
Yeah.
days. And
Keeping the cows healthy is hard.
it's hard. But then now,
Mhm.
years later, play it with my friends, and we get to year 100, no problem.
Oh my God, that's so wild. Oh man, I'm gonna be Googling that later. Like, is this still a thing? I
Oh
hope
my
it's still a thing.
gosh.
Oh my God, that's such a fun game. Honestly, tycoon games though,
Like
so
Roller
good.
Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, have you
Ah.
tried Parkitect?
I maybe that was the name of it. I've tried one before. Let me search it up. Why? Do you like that one? Would you recommend?
Yeah, it's my favorite. I highly recommend. It's just added
Parkitect.
multiplayer the other day, and it's my favorite game. It's so good.
Lana,
So good.
I have a business
Yeah.
proposition for you. Would you like to start? Would you like to start a
Are we
theme park
starting a
with
theme
me?
park? Oh yeah, yeah. I won't promise you that I won't accidentally kill the people on my roller coasters, but yeah, absolutely. We
Wait, so you have it? Is that correct?
Yeah.
And it's a
yeah.
multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
do
they
ya.
added multiplayer recently.
I
I've
will-
been trying to get my wife to play with me for ages, and she just won't. I don't know why. I'm like so rude.
I'll DM
Yeah, I'll
you
have to
later.
double check that it still has multiplayer, but I know they were like, we're adding multiplayer, and I was like, yeah, you have to.
So we're
So
starting a park
basically-
together.
Yeah, so basically it's exactly like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Okay.
But this time there's a lot more emphasis on making your park looking attractive. Like the more
Oh.
attractive your park looks, the more detailed the theming, the more money you'll make. So it's really like you have to spend lots of hours like crafting, hiding the toilets.
Wow.
You have
Sure.
to hide the toilets.
Wow.
You
I love
can't
that.
just put the toilets out there without theming, so you have to like put a little house in the toilet and like make it look really nice. So it takes a lot of time to set up your theme park, but
Oh
once
my
it's like set up,
God.
it's very satisfying.
So we're gonna
Um,
have like a celestial theme park, and then we're gonna like
Oh my
have like these
God.
like huge
Prism park.
clouds, and we like hide the toilets there.
Yeah, exactly. We're
Yeah.
just gonna cover it in glitter and make it shiny, and then no one will notice there's toilets in there.
Exactly. It's
God.
perfect.
It's so fun. I've spent so many hours playing it. Literally,
Wait,
my
stop.
wife is like,
Let me get
Lana,
it.
are you playing Parkitect again? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh God. All right, see you in like 5 days.
That
I'm
is
like, okay.
so funny. I'm so glad
Alright.
you told me this because I love like
Yeah.
business tycoon games. They're so
Me
interesting.
too. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad we have
Yeah.
a new, future collaboration idea.
No, I'm also really bad at spending money on it though, so I can't promise you it won't go bankrupt, but it will look really good.
good. You're so real for that.
Oh
Well,
my
I can't wait.
God.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I love walking away from Archangel Radio episodes with more plans.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Now you're gonna go spend 5 hours playing Parkitect.
It's
Oh
okay,
no.
it's such is life. But
Yeah.
thank you for opening up the world of Lana's favorite games.
Yeah.
Do you have any other favorite games you want to share real quickly before we jump into the main room again?
Oh my gosh, so many. My my Steam library is very, very full.
Oh
I
my
spend
god.
a lot of money on games. One game I'll shout out real quick is a recent one that I've been playing, Going Medieval. So
Going
fun.
medieval? Okay.
Yeah, it's basically so imagine if it was like The Sims.
Okay.
It's kind of like The Sims Medieval, but like not as detailed.
Whoa.
So you have these like little people that you control, that you make your little kingdom, and you have to like mine for rocks to get like resources and stuff. So it's a bit like
Oh.
if Stardew was mixed with The Sims, was mixed with just like trying to keep these people alive because they will die very easily.
Oh, whoa.
So yeah, you've got to try and keep your 3 people alive, and then people get added. and people get killed off, and it becomes like this whole like building of your kingdom, basically.
Whoa. And
So you are like the hand of God trying to save these people, build a kingdom, and hopefully not kill them all. Yeah.
I like how you
really
can
hard.
like go into like a really granular level. Like it's not just top down. Like I love how you can like go and zoom in on people and like I like that.
So fun.
It gets like
and
personal.
you can also pick like traits of everybody. So like when you set up your kingdom, you can be like, oh, just give me whoever, or you can literally be like, okay, I know I want this person for their mining skill, this person for their cooking skill, this person for their hunting skill, and like really tailor who is in your kingdom when you start off with to like set you off right.
I love
And you have
that.
like different layouts and stuff. So you like, if you can pick valley, you might want to use the terrain to build yourself a little fortress to try not to get killed when the bandits come, because that's always happening to me. The bandits come, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, everyone's gonna die, help.
Lana, my wallet is so angry at you right now.
I'm sorry.
No.
They recently added animal husbandry too, which I'm like, oh no, don't tell me that. Help. They've added animal husbandry. Help. Oh no, I love that.
I thought you were gonna say they recently added multiplayer. Lot of stuff.
No,
they stop
were
before I
thinking
get
about
this
it,
one.
and they've taken it off the schedule.
No,
And I'm like, put it back.
Put it back on the
Put it back.
roadmap. Oh.
Yeah, put it back on.
Gosh.
And they're like, wow, it's a bit hard. I'm like, no, it's no, put it back. I want to play with my friends, please.
Oh my gosh. It's okay, we still have Architect.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for sharing all these wonderful games with me today. And not just games, but also, you know, diving into ASMR and hypnosis and musical theater and Eurovision. I feel like I learned so much about you, and I hope you had lots of fun being on Archangel Radio and chatting. We're gonna chat a little bit more, so don't get too sad. We still have lots of chatting to do today as we wrap up, read some super chats, but that is the end of our segmented portion of Archangel Radio. So we're gonna just do some cozy little chatting as we read some super chats. But thank you all so much for sitting in and listening into the lovely Lana Shikami go on and on so amazingly about all these wonderful things, because I know I had a wonderful time listening in.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope you had lots of fun chatting about some of your favorite stuff.
Yeah, and thank you for having me. Like, this is such a cool opportunity to like not only get to know you and get to know other prison people, but also get to the prisoners to get to know us as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Of
It's such a good idea.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's go ahead and do some cozy, not scripted, but like, you know, none of this is scripted. I kind of just asked beforehand, you know, what do you want to talk about? And Lana was like, you know, ASMR, hypnosis. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll make some questions and we'll go from there. But let's go ahead and go back to the main room, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I love your transition screen. It's so cute.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. But welcome back. We are back in the main room, and wow, I just had a, you know how I mentioned earlier, Lana is just so easy to like be around and like to chat and feel like cozy. Like I feel like Lana is the kind of person that you could just be like, oh yeah, I feel like I've known Lana for so long.
I don't keep saying that. I give them like older vibes. I loved yesterday in our collab when Army called me senpai. I was like, don't worry, I have senpai energy. I know.
You do,
I get it.
though.
Everyone says that.
Like, I don't feel like your senpai.
Oh my god. Valid. Even though you are my senpai, though.
I don't know what I could teach you. They're really nothing. Oh my gosh.
God. Yeah, you could teach me about anime, which I'm solely unknowledgeable about.
I am honored. I would be honored to be your anime senpai.
Absolutely.
Wait.
Yeah.
What is your favorite kind of? Okay, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say apparently I need to learn more about it because everyone keeps complaining about my lack of anime knowledge.
Lana. What are you and your wife's favorite kind of show? Because I think being able to. Does your wife watch a lot of anime?
She actually is a little bit of an anime fan. Yes, she speaks Japanese. She's kind of a weeb.
Okay.
So it's really funny.
I'm trying to think of shows like you could watch together because I feel like maybe
she's a really big she loves magical girl stuff. One of her favorites is obviously Sailor Moon.
Sure.
Like very basic, but she loves Sailor Moon.
Oh my gosh. So what kind of do you watch like regular TV?
Yeah, but I normally just watch reality TV shows because I love how trashy they are.
Okay, I don't. That's not
Yeah.
really my forte when it comes to anime, but I will look. So,
Valid.
example, like, do you watch like Love Island or like The Bachelor?
I also watch a lot of like adult animation though. Like I love dark, funny stuff.
Oh, sure.
I outed myself as a South Park fan in my first week. I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have told everybody I like South Park. Now everyone's gonna judge me for it.
So like
Oh,
Family
no.
Guy or things like that.
Family Guy's okay. American Dad is where it's at.
Okay,
American Dad is
okay.
the best one.
I will look into
out
it.
of that.
I will
Yeah, yeah.
research.
I loved Inside Job, but they recently canceled that on Netflix.
I heard. I have friends who are very into Inside Job, and they're like, "What in the world is going
So
on?"
good. Yeah, it was basically like, imagine a place like a research center with all like conspiracy theory stuff. So it's basically the government's like covering up a bunch of conspiracy theories that turned out to be true.
Oh my gosh.
And like it's like a family sitcom style, like a dad and his daughter who are both evil geniuses working at this place. Like imagine like The Office mixed with a bit of American Dad, but like
I
make it
love The
really dark and really
Office.
funny. Yeah.
I wish I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. I wish there was more like anime, like The Office, or similarly
love
Parks
The
and
Office.
Rec. Have you seen Parks and Rec?
Oh, I love Parks and Rec. Yeah.
My friends told me that I'm the Chris Traeger of my friend
my
group.
Oh my god.
Because they're like, you're just so positive and you're always like on the
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
wait, stop. The way I can see that. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. I will think on it. I will think of some anime for you to dive into. Oh, this is gonna be so great. I'm so ready to be your senpai in anime.
Oh my god. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to watch a lot of new stuff.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
I'll start you nice and simple, kind of closer to your current, I guess, preferred genre. And then maybe we can start branching out later. We'll just do one short show.
Okay. one step at a time.
That's always how it starts, huh? You know, just one
Yeah.
show, and then the rest is
Oh my
history.
god.
Oh my gosh! Let me pull up my super chat reader while we talk.
Let's
Oh
go.
my goodness. Let's go.
Ooh,
I know, like
fancy.
a slideshow. Isn't that so fun?
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. It's, wow, so many fancy schmancy things we got going on here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Demon Warrior. Thank you so much for the Akadono. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I just read the message.
What a Chad.
Adding funds so Rita's wallet is not mad at her. Wait, stop. Now I have an excuse to buy Architect.
Let's go. Parkitect Fund.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have
Yeah.
to. This is literally Parkitect Fund, right here.
Yeah, that is. It has to happen now.
It has to happen now because I looked at it. I was like, maybe I'll wait for it to go on sale. But now
Yeah.
maybe I'll probably buy it sooner. Oh my
Woo!
gosh!
Oh my
Thank you
God.
so much. Lana, my wallet
That's
is not as mad at you
incredible.
anymore.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness, it keeps going.
Gosh. Eternal, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I very much appreciate that. If you got a backstage pass, I'm thinking we're gonna do, I think, membership stuff. Not next week, but I think week after we should have some membership stuff lined up. So do tune in for that. Oh my gosh! Wow, I'm just so excited for our Parkitect collab.
I know, it's gonna be so
Oh my gosh.
fun
I've
and incredibly chaotic, and I promise I'm not going to ruin our friendship, but I'll try really hard.
But no, but the thing is, Lana, because a lot of people like don't, because I'm a very like
Mm-hmm.
bubbly person, but you mentioned it. You were like, you do have this ability to be serious when it calls for it,
Mhm.
and if the time needs it, if it calls for it, I'm ready to be your very serious business partner. You tell me what you need to do, and I'll say yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Oh my god. I'll be
Oh my
like, okay, you
gosh.
can organize all of the planning,
Oh,
and I will
absolutely.
just place the roller coasters.
Is there like an accounting portion to it? Like, do I need a budget?
Oh,
And
There
Lana.
is budgeting you can do. There's like it's like
Leave
any
it
of
to
those
me.
sim games where you gotta have like the loan system, and you gotta keep on top
Oh.
of your loans. There's
Stop.
an
I'm ready.
analytics section. Oh my god, the
No,
analytics section
stop.
actually. Oh,
My
pretty
life is
good.
gone.
mm-mm.
Good. If you don't see me for the next couple of weeks, it's because of Parkitect. Stop.
Yeah, you can like look at all like where the money's going, and then you can budget accordingly.
Stop! I love that.
I just started looking at it recently. I was like, wait,
No.
these numbers mean something. Oh my god.
You'll be like our big visionary, like because the thing
Yeah.
is like I'm the kind of person who it's like, I don't know. Are you more of like a big vision kind of person, or are you more of like an executor? Like get stuff.
Oh, I'm very good at like coming up with ideas. I'm not very good at following through with
Oh.
them. It's the ADHD curse.
It's gonna be great. I was about to say I'm also kind of a big vision kind of person because I don't know what it is, but like you start a project and there's just so many like sparkles and shiny things and like you have so many ideas,
Yeah.
but like I think the hardest part is like wrapping up a project. Like there's some
Absolutely.
sort of like executive dysfunction that kicks in, and I just like I can't do it, and I'm like why is this the hardest part? And I
Yeah.
found ways to kind of like corral everything together, but definitely like vision planning is my favorite part. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work somehow.
Yeah, like I said, only a couple of people will have to die. So they'll be
Wait,
fine.
And in a theme park?
Yeah. Sometimes people die in a theme park. Listen, it's just the circle of life.
It's an
You remove a
operating
path and
cost,
someone
right?
drowns in the river. I don't know why they can't swim.
Operating
I thought they
risk.
could swim.
It's just a risk of the trade. You gotta. Oh wow.
Exactly. The roller coaster sometimes just crashes because it goes too fast, and you made it zoom too fast. You made it too fun, you know, too fun.
Have
that,
you
that somebody
ever-
had to die to have that much fun.
Oh my! Have you ever played Thrillville off the rails?
I love Thrillville.
Stop.
Oh my god!
I'm so
No joke.
yes. The
Oh,
mini
yeah.
games where like you could be like the cheerleader or you could be like the cleanup
Yes.
people. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
The cheerleading game was my absolute favorite thing to play. Like I used to play
So
that
real.
for hours on like the mini game section of it. I also actually really like the cleaning up game.
Yes, thank
Ironic.
you.
Why is it so satisfying
so
to scrape vomit off
satisfying.
the floor? I don't get it.
I
don't get it.
feel like the Thrillville cheerleading game was my gateway into the rhythm games.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
It walked so rhythm games could
Mhm.
run.
Yeah. Yeah, it was surprisingly, I mean,
Oh my
all
gosh.
around, very surprising, like
Yeah.
all around good game. Like
Oh,
if you like
absolutely.
theme park tycoons, or you like
Uh-huh.
mini games, or you just like, you know, running around and organizing stuff, it's a really good game. Just
Gosh,
overall.
I love it.
Mm-mm.
And if you all have
Yeah.
any questions, just while we're reading super chats, if you all have any questions for
Mhm.
Lana as well, drop them in the chat. Let us know. Of course,
Yeah.
we'll kind of sift through them, and if we find any ones that we want to bring up, then we'll go ahead and do that. We scroll through here. Sir Simplelot, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, and welcome backstage for those who got a gifted membership. Oh my gosh. Someone says I can see a series of this happening. We should just do a series where
A
we do
series?
a bunch of like business tycoon games, and we
Oh
just
my god.
it's just me and Lana doing. Oh my gosh, I could totally see us being business partners.
We're doing business.
We're doing
it's
our-
some serious business time.
Lana and Rita's business partner series.
Have
Pleasure
you ever
doing
seen Flight
business.
of the Conchords?
No, I haven't.
It's business time. Oh my god, I'll send it to you later. It's really funny.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh, this is
forget,
gonna
like
be
a
so
lot of people
great.
outside of New Zealand don't know what Flight of the Conchords is, and then every
No.
time I make
What
a
is
Flight of
it?
the Conchords reference, everyone's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh god."
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Send it, please.
Yeah, they're a band from New Zealand that has their own TV show basically, and it's like a 2-man band
Okay.
with Jermaine, who plays several villains in Disney movies now,
Ooh.
and Brett, who's I don't know what he's up to these days, but they write comedy songs. And my favorite is every time somebody says it's time for business, I'm like, business time.
Business
It's good
time.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh
it's
my
really good.
gosh. Someone in chat asked, "How did you meet your wife?"
Oh my gosh. So fun story.
Mm-hmm.
I can only tell half of it because it gets
Okay.
very, very bad.
Bad haha or
basically,
bad oh no?
We're both absolute degenerates, and we met in a hypnosis chat room.
Oh! Similar interests.
Yeah. We both have very niche interests. So we met in this hypnosis chat room. We started talking, and we became really good friends.
Nice.
And then I went to this thing over in Chicago,
Uh-huh.
and I was like to her, hey, we've been friends for a while. Do you want to come with me?
Friends
we
to
meet in
lovers.
Sydney. And then we met in Sydney and
Oh.
we flew on a 24-hour flight together.
Whoa, that's the ultimate test.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, if you
it
can
was.
survive on a flight with somebody for 24 hours. Oh my gosh.
And we'd been friends for like 3 years at that point, like online. But you know, being online friends and being like IRL friends is a very different situation.
Different. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then at the end of the weekend in Chicago, I was like, oh my God, am I gay? Guys, am I gay? I think I'm gay. Oh no. I like this girl and now I'm hella gay. Oh no. So after that we started dating and then she moved to New Zealand and
Stop. Did you did you ask her that you wanted to start dating or did she ask you?
I asked, I kind of brought it up.
So
I was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? And she was like, yeah, I was hoping you would ask me like 3 years ago, but yeah, this'll do. Because she liked me for a long time, but I had no idea. Because we're also both hella ace. So of course, like asexual people, we don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. Are we flirting? Are we just friends? I don't know. It's a hard line. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was cool.
Oh my gosh, it is a good love story. I agree.
It's just also weird though telling people because they're like, so how did you guys meet? And we're both like, oh.
You like look at each other.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so
luckily we're both quite open about it, so we're like,
sure.
We're in this hypnosis chat room and they're like, oh sorry, what? I'm like, yeah, it sounds weird and it is weird.
So it's a better love story than Twilight. True love can happen anywhere, guys. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
That is so fun.
Oh dear.
I mean, the question also popped up: who proposed to who? I guess it was a similar.
So we had a one day we're kind of like sitting on the couch and I like look at her. I'm like, should we go buy rings? She like looks at me. She's like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, cool. So we popped down to the local like jewelry shop and we got rings, and because we've been saving money for a while, so we're like, oh yeah, we got the money for rings, so let's just buy some rings. And we both don't have very expensive tastes, so
that's fair.
we both knew we both wanted to wear the rings because you know we're both very femme.
Right.
So two femme people gotta have 2 rings. So we got home that night and we ended up having a wrestling match down the hallway over the ring boxes of who was gonna propose to who.
I won. That. Oh, you both. So sweet.
Yeah, so I won, and then we went down to like a local lake, and then I was gonna propose to her on top of this like little hill, but then there was a straight couple making out on the bench, and they wouldn't stop.
No.
So I had to like, we were like stood there for like 20 minutes, and I like looked at her and went, "This isn't happening. They're continuing to make out. This is very weird. Let's go somewhere else." So we found a little spot, and I proposed to her, and then she kind of proposed to me back, which was really cute.
Aww.
Yeah, it was nice.
I love that. Oh, you both are so cute.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was cute. Yeah.
How fun. How cozy. Any other questions, everyone, before we wrap up Archangel Radio for the day? I had so much fun.
Me too.
I've been having so much fun getting to know Gen 5. I have one more. I have one more Gen 5er, of course. We have coming up, so we already have it on my calendar. And then, of course, our Gen 6 boyos are going to be afterwards. So I've just been having so much fun. I've just been, it's like getting new family members, and it's like I now I get to befriend like a whole new group of people, and it's just gonna be so fun. Oh.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see you interview the boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
I'm so excited I'm gonna be watching that like intensely because I'm so curious.
I'm
to get
so
to know
excited.
Them
like I've only got, we've gotten to know them as agents for a while now behind the scenes, but we've only gotten to see them stream for such a little time. But I already feel so like for me, I mentioned this the other day, but during the collab, but like Yuki is like an older brother kind of vibe for me, and then June is like a younger brother kind of vibe for me. So I'm so excited to pinch
June's cheeks every time I see him. I'm like, I must pinch your cheeks.
Protect June. Must protect.
And then I saw he had himbo in his bio, and I was like, oh, don't. Oh no. Oh no! I just.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Like
must protect that one.
exactly.
My God.
Like I feel like with June,
So
it's like
cute.
I would tell him that everything's gonna be okay, but I feel like Yuki would be the one I would go to be like, everything's gonna be okay, Rita.
Yeah, such a
Oh
vibe.
my
I really wanna.
gosh.
I really want to try and convince Yuki to do some ASMR with me because I think that
Oh yeah.
he's very serious with his ASMR, and I think the
Sure.
combination of him being super serious and me being a chaotic nightmare
Right.
would be both hilarious and also just a vibe.
Wait, I'm so
Yeah.
excited for that.
I hope so.
Sun in the
I'm gonna sneak into those DMs and be like, "Hello, please pay attention to me. I know you hate the heat, but please."
Sun
Make
and
an
snow,
exception.
right? Oh my gosh.
Cold never bothered me anyway. I'm fine.
Would you want to just do like chatting, or would you want to do like a themed ASMR?
Oh no,
with
it would just be like just chatting ASMR,
Wow.
just seeing the vibe of him being incredibly serious
Wow.
and me being
Tried to corral you.
absolute nightmare, you know?
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
God.
Ooh, I have a great last question here to start wrapping things up.
Yeah.
Do you have any streams or exciting announcements coming
Oh
up
my
that you want
God.
to share with everyone?
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry. Someone just said he does ear licking. Oh God. we'd have to
Oh,
discuss
wait a
that.
minute.
Oh no. We'd have to discuss that. That would need to be like
There's a
consented
boundary you
to
have
beforehand.
to. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Okay. Do I
gosh.
have any exciting streams coming up? Yes, I do. My schedule is not out yet, but it will be out soon. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting on some approval before I put out my schedule and announce all my big exciting plans. But I will
Sure.
say, I do have a collab coming up. It is soon, and it is very, very exciting. A dear friend of mine and I are going to do a collab.
Oh.
And she's
sneaks
also
a peek.
an ASMR person, and so I can't really tell you who it is, but if you've seen Twitter lately, you probably know who is coming to my channel soon, and I'm very excited.
I know. I took a sneak peek
my
just
God.
now. That I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, apparently I'm her Oshi, and I'm like, oh no.
Stop! Oh, I love that.
Oh, I couldn't believe it when she said I was her Oshi. I was like, oh man.
You're like,
now that really
likewise.
is giving it away. Everybody knows who it is now, so...
You guys have
Yeah,
that.
it's not Spectre. It's not Spectre. Spectre and I had a really good time. Spectre does want to come back for a collab though, because so I don't know if you know, Rita, I had another dear friend of mine, Huntress Spectre, on my channel recently. She is so chaotic, and I
Really?
love her. Yeah, she's a handful, and I love
Oh my
her.
gosh.
Yeah, she's now I'm now hiring her protection services. So if anyone
Oh.
pats my head, they're gonna remove fingers.
Uh-oh.
So yeah.
Uh-oh.
She's really hungry and she likes the taste of fingies in her mouth.
Oh,
So
everyone watch out.
you better watch out. I know. Whoever posted that fan art of me being head patted, those hands.
Thin ice.
look
Thin
pretty
ice.
tasty. Yeah,
Oh my
so I'm
gosh.
really excited. Also we have Smash coming up. I know I mentioned it
That's
yesterday. I'm
right.
gonna keep mentioning it because I'm so excited.
Absolutely,
It's my
please.
first ever convention. I've never been to one before. I've definitely never been to one where I've been a guest.
Right,
like this.
right.
So I'm so excited. It's gonna be really, really, really exciting.
That is so fun. Well, I'm so excited for all the amazing things you have coming up. And if you all are excited too, don't forget to go click that subscribe button, go check out a stream, give it that like, that ring bell, whatever, YouTubers.
Ring the
good-
bell, ding ding.
Whatever good YouTubers say, ring ding dong.
Yeah. Ring a ding dong.
Ring ding.
Love
Yeah, I don't know if
it.
you're a K-pop person, but this is one song that just goes ring ding dong, ding ding dong, ding.
Oh,
ding,
I know
ding,
that one. Yeah.
ding. Iconic.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, do that with the little bell
yeah.
so you get notified. And do that here
Absolutely.
too. So you get
Oh,
notified
stop.
every time Rita Senpai posts a video. Oh my god.
And thank you once again to the Archangels for listening, for our today's sponsors, Demon Warrior Turtle, Sir Simple-Lot. And thank you. Well, I have to do that. And viewers like you. Thank you. But of course, our amazing guest for today, Lana, thank you so much. I had so much fun, and thank you so much for
Aw.
being on here today.
Thank you for having me. It's been really fun.
I'm so happy to hear that. And, this is just the beginning. I'm looking forward to all the fun we'll have in the future.
Me too. I'm both surprised and not surprised we have so much in common.
I
So
know!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to do like a K-pop like song cover or something.
Yeah, yeah. Or ranking our faves.
Oh,
Do
true.
like a summer K-pop ranking.
Oh, I love that already. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But thank you again, everyone, so much, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!
Bye.
Hello. Hello. Welcome to the secret ending.
I know we're still here. I can't believe we're still here.
I know, it's crazy. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we had quite a Lana-filled week this week, huh? You had you join us for Nintendo Switch Sports Festival
I
and
know.
Archangel Radio,
You
and
got a double dose. How are you feeling?
know.
You okay?
oh, I need to put some sunblock on before I.
Oh man, the UV is high. It's so high
I
in here.
know. I gotta get that SPF 100. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited because you all don't know this, but I have a secret project that I may or may not be working on, and I'm so excited to have Lana be one of the people on it. So you all are just gonna have to stick around and find out, because it's gonna be a little while before it happens. But secrets. See, I told you I always do this. Because I want to share everything that I'm doing with everyone, because I don't know, I love, sharing that excitement, but I gotta keep it a secret. So
No, you gotta keep it under
I
wraps.
know. So you all are just gonna have to look forward to it. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see ya when we see ya. Bye.
Bye.